the market was already pretty soft. We had in April, if you can recall, the miners tripped over the power cord in China, and we had the hash rate drop, and all the derivatives unwound, and we got a lot of price drop, and we were just kind of recovering from that. Price kind of got up to 55,000 from recent bottoms, and then Elon tweeted that Tesla would not accept Bitcoin as they previously had announced as payment for their Tesla cars, but furthermore citing the fossil fuel usage, which it was met with sudden sell-off, significant sell-off, and it wasn't sell-off from the derivatives because they had all just unwound. The market had just been purged of traders, and we were pretty much looking good. But we had tidal waves of coins start to form and be sent into the exchanges, and whales were selling down. And from the looks of the age of those coins, they didn't carry much age with them, so very young coins, and I think they were the coins that were collected on the way up between the 24 to the 30,000 mark, 40,000 mark back in January. It just seemed like that also from the profit those coins were carrying as they were being dumped out. So we saw this price sort of drop, first very immediately from short-term speculators. It kind of stabilized around the low 50s, and it teetered there as more and more coins were being sent into the exchanges. And so put together, the latest bearish action we had in April, a very tentative recovery, and then this second wave of hard sell down, the markets didn't really withstand that, and we lost 50,000. Then found a next level at 45,000. And as that was happening, traders, not spot investors, but traders were thinking they would buy the dip. So the number of contracts on these futures exchanges started climbing and climbing and climbing and climbing, and we reached an all-time high in terms of Bitcoin value at that kind of by then we were down to like teetering around the 38,000 mark, and it was the amount of selling was enough to push it over, and we dropped below 38,000, which apparently was the liquidation level for these long positions. So
is that what drove us down to 30 then?
Yeah, we had a minor capitulation where we dipped down and recovered quickly, and I think a lot of traders thought that was it, and then the selling was too strong, and we broke below the liquidation levels, the risk limits, where in a long position, there's going to be a certain price at which you're either going to get bankrupted or your risk levels are going to kick in and you're going to sell out of that long position. So we just saw cascades of these futures contracts, long positions, unwind. That's just saying they're going to sell down. And when they sell, of course, the price drops a bit, and then that hits the next person down at the lower level, and then you get this cascade and a runaway of selling as these long positions get bankrupted, and that took us down to 30,000, even 29 on some exchanges within minutes, absolute minutes, and all the exchanges started to freeze up. The UIs on them started to freeze up. Binance, Coinbase, Kraken, all of them. FTX held pretty strong. They were pretty much okay. But people who were wanting to buy the dip couldn't even buy the dip. They couldn't even log in. BlockFi, where people were trying to log in, trying to send in more collateral on their Bitcoin-based loans, were shut out as well momentarily over that mayhem. And so that's what happened. And then, of course, once we purged that, all that selling, price immediately bounced back up into the higher 30s almost within, a few minutes or so.
So it's not the end of the bull market?
No, not at all. It might put... let me have a look. It's too early to say, but like a lot of the model I use for the market top is based on the price trajectory, and it's slowed the rise to the top for that model. So I have to have a look. Yeah, it's too early to tell. Let's see. It's predicated on what happens in the next quarters of the bull market, but it's going above 100,000. 200's looking confident. It would need to go up very quickly for us to reach above 300. So
are you? Because last time we spoke, I think you said we were looking perhaps at 300 at the top.
Yeah, we're on
recalibrated down from there.
300 to 400. Right now, I'm looking at just ballparking that. All right, 200 to 400. It's this. I need to see how this price gets absorbed. I want to see what happens in the weeks to come. But it's definitely slowed. I think that's I actually frame this as really healthy. I know we're all very emotionally strung out right now because of this dip. Maybe a few traders got the other side and they're euphoric. But the long-term picture for Bitcoin is we have a shakeout. These shakeouts are very, 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 very healthy because the weak hands get shaken out. The strong holders buy. We get further distribution. So yeah, it's a good thing. And then we've got cheap coins.
Hopefully people will listen to this. They'll be less worried now, because there are certainly people saying, oh, is it going to go to 20K? Which I don't believe it will. So hopefully we've reassured some people. I like the fact that you see this as positive. If this is seeing a distribution to retail, I'm happy. So yeah,
it doesn't look like it, but in the long-term picture, it is very, very healthy and positive, and these shakeouts happen. And it's not the first time we've had a retrace like this. This is sixth one. So, yep, we'll leave it at that.